Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome back to our Hiker Plays video. Today we are going to be talking about support cards because I mean, under every single one of my videos, this is something that comes up a lot. And honestly, I'm finally getting to a point where I understand them a little bit better, and probably can give you a little bit of an insight onto which support cards are good, which support cards are bad, and which support cards are pretty, average. Now, in terms of support cards, it's very, very, very important to note that you should not be using the SR cards. Sure, if you don't have the SSRs, you can be using the SRs, I guess, but really you should be using your summoning on SSR cards. So if you don't have three copies of like three SSRs, that's where you should be summoning. Do not go summoning for Rin, do not go summoning for whichever banner. Make sure you get your support cards. Now, I have comprised a small tier list, which I am going to bring onto the screen now. And these are the cards I value the most. The most being Kusanagi. I think it's the best support card in the game right now. It just gives you some of the best stats in terms of training. If you can get it to level 60, it's fantastic. Like, if you can get to 100, it's even better. Like, if you're a whale, you should be whaling for that card. At to 100, it's fantastic. Adri, the other support card, that's absolutely fantastic, and you should be whaling for if you are whaling. Again, guys, if you get these to 50, these are absolutely fine at 50. Every other support card, I'm going to tell you to only get to 40. Because when you go into your support card, let's actually open them up. So when you go into your support card, say for example, my monster, every 10 levels, you're going to unlock a skill. Now, if you have the My Monster card, you don't really need the skill level up by 2. It's great, but it's not something you desperately need. So if you want to only level up to 40, that is something you can do. It's something I'm going to do with this card here. I'm going to get it up to level 40, and the reason I'm going to get it up to level 40 is because I would like the extra passive, the training condition consumption. It's not super important, but it is useful for sure. And I mean, every single time we level it up, you will see the stats will increase a little bit. So there is a benefit of leveling them up a little bit, but it's nothing insane. So I would only take these up to 40 in the meantime. The only cards that have that exception for me is Kusanagi, which I've got up to 60 anyway, because I was able to pull dupes, and the Amri card, which I got really lucky because I didn't really wail for this one. I just sort of ended up naturally hitting it. There is also another breakpoint. When you get to level 65, you are going to get the black card as well, so it is quite nice to at least get to 65 if you are like semi-spending. So, back to the tier list. The two cards I would recommend you get is Kusanagi and Anri. The next card, this is a free to play card. This is something you're going to get from just quests. I value it really highly. It has very good stats overall. You're going to be able to get to level 100. There is no reason why that's not level 100 for you. So it's going to be invaluable. In fact, you could probably even argue it can go into the SS tier. For now, I'm going to keep it in the S tier, but it's going to be at the top of S. It's most likely the card you're going to put into every single build, because if you have the two up top, that's probably the third that's going to complement it. Now, if you don't have either of these two cards, so you don't have Kusanagi or Anri, the cards you're going to be running is Gagamaru, who I might just actually put a little bit higher, and the My Monster card. I think these are two absolutely fantastic cards, and having them is fantastic. And then you've got the Ego card, you've got the Barrow card, and you've got the Shigiri card. All of these are absolutely fine. Like, these are very, very good cards in their own right. I mean, we can load them up and we can have a quick look at what they do bring. So, like, you've got kicking power up, intelligence up. This card is actually really good if you're trying to build an intelligence-based hero. And I think that would be the Rin, that would be... There is an Isagi coming down the line that you're going to want to do as well. It is a really valuable card. It's just not valuable in every situation. Again, this is fantastic if you're building a speed team. At level 40, you do get... sorry, at level 20, you get that. At level 40, you get this one. If you can take it up to level 60, it's a really, really powerful card. And at 65, you do get Exercise Machine, which is really nice. And what was the last one we wanted to show? It was the Barrow card. Listen, if you're trying to get shot power up and that shooting power up, that kicking power, whatever it's called, this is the fun. This is very, very vital. So again, when you're training Rin for shot power, when you're training Barrow, and later on when we're training Shido, this is going to be a fantastic card to have. Um, I guess since we're doing a sort of tier list video, it's probably worth noting that there are going to be some new cards coming out. In particular, there is this card for Rin. It should be coming out in the next week, if not two. This card should be coming out very, very soon. This is going to sit in that SS tier. It's going to be a very, very good card, and that's something that you should be trying to get. I don't really have insight on other cards, so I'm not going to tell you what you should do with any of these, but I will tell you that when this Rin does come out, that is something you're going to want. So be ready, save your gems, make sure you're saving for that Rin. Right, yeah. So that. Now, I guess a little bit of insight into which banners you should be pulling on. Unfortunately, if you guys have if this video has come out late, I guess. So we did have a banner just before this, which had all the cards in it, and that was quite a solid banner. Unfortunately, it is gone. You can use this one and select, say, for example, Anri, and be pulling into Anri. You can't get Kusanagi on this one, so that is just worth noting. You can only get the Anri card from here, and then you can be pulling Anri specifically. You come into Scout Probability, and you'll be able to see, because we've highlighted it, you actually have a 1% chance of getting it, whilst everything else is going to be at 0.6. If you're saying, no, I want to chance it, and I want access to every single card, you can do the red banner. That's going to give you access to all 7 SSRs, with the emphasis being on I Am Awakening and Unchained. That is the Kusanagi card. I Am and Awakening Begins is literally that one. So yeah, if you want the Kusanagi card, or Unchained, or if you just want to be able to access the entire pool, pull into the red banner. Although, you know, the percentage is a little bit lower, and you might get Unchained, and that might annoy you. But if you're going to spend, at least this way, you're going to be pulling into the Kusanagi card, and you might still pull an Anri. You can always come into the trade section as well, and once you've done, I think it's 200 summons, you'll be able to just pick this card up anyway. So, you know, absolutely worth doing. Like 100%, this is probably the banner you want to be pulling into. As much as I do kind of like the guaranteed Anri. Now, the only time you would switch over is if you've maxed the Kusanagi card and you're missing a couple of copies of Anri. You could sort of hard force it in this one. But again, we're talking for you mega whales out there. For you free to plays, I'll do a couple of pulls into here, get your SSRs. Whatever the SSR is, get your SSR, and then be done. Like, probably 9,000 to 12,000 gems tops, and make sure you're using your super chances or your ultimate chances, because I'm pretty sure you can get an ultimate chance. In the event of an ultimate chance, you actually have a 25% chance of getting one of these cards. So really, really worth, like, if you see an ultimate chance, definitely spend the 3k gems. But that's why it's important to just keep gems on you at all given times. So yeah, I mean, guys, I hope that helps. It's not, I will whack open that tier list again. I hope this helps. I will take that Rin away from the tier list, because I think that's only going to confuse you people. So we'll leave it at that. That is the tier list that I'm going to go with. Let me know if you guys want to know anything more about support cards, and I will try and help you. I don't have one for JP. I'm going to be really honest with you. I will try and make a video on JP. I'm planning to do another big account, so a new fresh account for JP with about 90,000 gems on it. That video is going to come out probably some point tomorrow or later today, depending on when you guys watch this video. And yeah, I'll be sort of highlighting and targeting what you should be doing if you're doing a fresh start. But yeah, enjoy that, guys. Peace.